Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Wii U Mario Kart 8 Premium Pack unboxing and demo. So part 1, I essentially unboxed everything and showed all the contents and talked about how the Wii U came about. So if you're interested in that, go and see that. And then in part 2, that's all those pieces that you saw inside the box, now all plugged in. And I'm going to try and show you as much as possible as I can within a reasonable length of video. So over there at the back, we've got the larger AC power supply going into the back of the Wii U. And you can see on the bottom of the Wii U, I've used the 2 feet to stand it in the vertical position. It just goes into 2 slots on the bottom. Over here, just coming out from underneath the sofa, is the smaller AC power supply. And that can go into the top of the console here, or it will go into the back of this here, the kind of charging cradle. So it's got 2 wheels on the bottom. You take the Wii U and you slide it along, and it just naturally seats itself in a position where it wants to charge, which is quite a nice idea. And again, as I mentioned before, you can see all those kind of switch elements that actually originated with the Wii U. So that's all set up there, and so we might as well power that on, and we'll see it working. So to power it on, there's a power button on there, and equally there's one down there. So power on the system. You'll see the pad spring to life, and now I'm going to move you onto the main TV. Now, as mentioned before, the Wii U was the first Nintendo console to use have HD as an output. I'll just get the screen better. And this is using the HDMI. Just back it up a little bit. This is using the HDMI cable that you saw in the box. And up on the top, you can see I've got the stand that doesn't have power with it. That's just in case maybe you were using I believe the nunchuck or something, and you wanted a bar, or maybe you just wanted another option for storing it. That one just sits inside that cradle like that. Let me see if I can get a bit more light. There we go. So that could sit in there, and you could have the power into there, or you could use the sensor bar that's built in. So if I take this now, you can see there's an X option there, which essentially we can use our fingers, or we can use the built-in stylus to manipulate the settings as we go along here. So you see it's independent. Along here, I'm going along, I've got folders, karaoke, and down there the install Mario Kart. Now don't worry, if you hard reset this, it doesn't ever wipe that game, so don't worry. You can see X is saying how it can switch between the two. So if we press X, you can see now I can now operate the stuff on this screen instead, and up there is the main stuff. So if you have Wii remote or something, you could operate this, or you could switch between the two, and then I'm now operating the stuff down here. So it just shows that kind of difference between the two. I think there was something else I was going to show, but so also you'll note on here that it has TV. So if I've already programmed this, I press TV. Within the settings, I've already told it I have a Samsung. Now, my volume is to a speaker, but you'll see that if I use volume, so I just need to go out of here. So if I go on here, you can see on the inputs, it's controlling my TV. So if we're on HDMI 1, so I'll just go to there. It'll go back. Volume, you can see how that icon's coming up there rather than changing the volume. That's because I've got it plugged into external speakers. So that's how you can also control the TV. So I'll close this down, and we might as well have a look at Mario Kart. So hit Mario Kart. I'll put the stylus away. Now, if you have a nunchuck or something, when you load the game, if your nunchuck or your Wii controller, actually you can use a nunchuck, the Wii controller, or other stuff. If if they are synced, if you press A with the controller, it'll play with that. But if you press A with this, you're now using this pad to control the game. So there are different options to play. So in here, I'm going to select single player and just rattle through so we get to the game. And that's where you'll see the differences. So I'm just going to keep hitting A until we get in. So now you can see how the screen's different. So that's your main game. Down here, this is just saying you've got a horn. So when you're playing, you've got the horn. You can also choose the map. So if I put the map up, I've got the map racing around here instead. Or I could go into here and this is giving me the steering settings on or off. So let's say we had the map up. I'm now playing using the gamepad. You can see here me using the analog stick at the top. D, also operating as well. Let's concentrate. So this is me playing on the main screen. Now, just get a quick power slide in. There we go. Now, if I pause this a second, so press the home button. So this will bring me back to the home screen, and that shows you how you're supposed to be able to do different things. Now, imagine someone wanted to use the telly and you wanted to carry on playing. I could then select the game on this and instead play on here, and there is volume on the top, so I don't know if you can hear. So that's just coming out of the TV right now. But if I turn it up on here, there, I can now go and play this. And in the same way, if I put this back into the horn, the horn's coming out of here as well as the TV. So go on there. Turn that volume down. So anyway, I'll stop that there. So that shows you the kind of the level of interactivity between the two, and I'll close the software down, close, and I'll just also just show you that, and I've tested all the buttons on different things. I've tested up, down, you know, all you know, as best I can, and everything seems to work. So that was an installed game. I've got two games here just to show you that the console itself works. So firstly, I'm going to pop in Wii U Super Mario Brothers. So that's now just gone in the machine. And again, you can adjust. You know, I'll let you play with this to work out how best suits what you want to do. So that is now there. So that's loaded up. And again, you have so many different options of how you want to play, either with the controller or the... See, look here, this can be played with all these three different things. So that's the additional controller you could have, or maybe you wanted to use the old style Wii remote, or this. So save data's been created. Okay. Cancel sport pass. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll just skip through all of this. One player. Okay. Anyway, we get the picture. I'm sure if we were in the game, we could see more stuff happening, but I just want, you know, this is close this down. And what I'm going to do now is eject that game. And just to show you that it is backwards compatible with the Wii. So that is a Wii game. So pop the Wii game in. Just flip the screen, you can see. So you can do this kind of thing. So it's asked me to start the Wii, transfer to the Wii menu. You need a Wii remote and sensor bar to use the Wii okay, so let's have a play with this. So I'm going to try and use this as the sensor bar. So next. So let's please pair a Wii remote. So if I'm going to pop this down here. I do have a Wii remote right here. So I've got one of these. This is a Wii Motion. So pair Wii remote. Please syncing. All good stuff. There we go. So that's done. Pair of Wii remotes. Yeah, okay. Right, so display option, TV only or TV and gamepad. Let's go TV and gamepad. Let's try this. It's just quite a long demo, isn't it? But feel free to use the... select an option using the Wii remote. So press plus on the Wii remote to set the display to Wii U gamepad only. So I don't want that. Right, so maybe... So I'd read something about there being a sensor bar in there, but I'm not entirely sure if and when. Well, I'm not entirely sure when that feature comes in. So I'm just going to grab the sensor bar anyway, and it's all good because it'll just show you that working as well. But yeah, I was positive there's a setting that uses that. Give me 1 second, which I thought was really cool. So that's why I kind of wanted to try it. So just plugging in the one that it comes with. Let's see if that makes any difference. Wait, really? Oh, flipping heck, this is getting... Bear with me, guys. This is the thing when you don't know a console inside and out to the absolute nth degree. You can essentially... So I've got the Wii remote, I've got the sensor bar. Okay, continue. I wonder if just press the Wii remote of the TV, press plus on the Wii remote to set the display to the Wii U gamepad screen. When using the Wii remote with the gamepad, stand the gamepad up. Okay, press that on the Wii remote. How weird. So this is almost what I was suggesting. So let's see. So I've said gamepad only right now. So I'm going to take this away and say, yes, okay, we're just playing on the gamepad. There we go. Right, so I think it was worth the wait. So what you can see right now is I have the Wii remote and it's actually controlling there on the... You can see it does work. So you could put a Wii game in into your console and then have this, you know, in the corner, not even on the telly, and you can still use a Wii remote using that as a sensor bar, which is really cool. But what I'm going to do is home, can't be, so what I want to do is go back to I want to go back to the Wii U menu. And I want us to try and get into the Wii menu using the sensor bar, because I want to make sure that sensor bar is 100% working. So, but that was really interesting, that. The remote at the TV screen, press set the. There we go. Right, so basically my remote wasn't calibrated, so I was pointing off screen. So thank you for bearing with me. So if we do this now, maybe they're conflicting. Let's move that out of the way. Right, there we go. So I'm saying TV and gamepad. It's coming up on both now. Now I wonder, so I'm sat back here now, further away, and that's working fine, pointing at the screen. And okay, so just out of interest, guys, so if I sit back right now, I'm pointing at the sensor bar in front of me. And now I'm actually, if I remove this, you can see you can also use that sensor bar on them both. So I'll load Super Mario Galaxy quickly, and you can see the battery's charging, because I literally only gave it 5 minutes of charge before we did this, but I'll stick it on charge after this video and give it a full charge. And there we go. So you can see it's working as a Wii. So I will, let's eject that. And let's go back. Come here, operator. I'm going to just turn it off. Okay, so in summary, guys, that is the gamepad shown working, the sensor bar built in eventually shown working, the external sensor bar works, the console working on both Wii U and Wii games. You've got the stand that's on, you've got the stand for that, you've got the AC cable that goes either in the top or in that charging port, you've got the 18 to the back, and all the other paperwork and all the other stuff that I showed you before. But a really interesting console, really great to play on. I hope you've enjoyed the demo. Sorry about the bit in between where I just couldn't get the, basically I just wasn't holding the control far enough back from the screen to work with the sensor bar. That's all it was, annoyingly. But I hope you've enjoyed that video. All the best, take care, and see you.